Oh, guess what happened the other day? I talked to my neighbor for the first time. Yay! Everybody celebrate. Everybody clap their hands. And I'm so proud of myself. This is my first time since like high school actually making conversation with my neighbor. The first time I did it was, or like any neighbor at all. The first time I did it was in high school because I was new in the area and I was like, I want to make friends so badly. So it was like dead ass like middle of winter. There was like a snowstorm prior. I was late to school. I had to walk a whole 20 minutes to get to school. And they didn't plow the sidewalks. So me and this other girl are just like walking to school. And at the time, I think I had a spare in the morning. Like I didn't have a class in the morning. So I went to school a little bit later than most people. So it was just me and this other girl. It was just me and this other girl. And then this other girl, was like walking with me, and I was like trying to make conversation. I was like, hey, so like you're going to school? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, what grade are you in? She's like, grade 9. I was like, what the heck? Guess what grade I'm in? And she was like, grade 9. I'm like, I'm in grade 11. Shit, I look like I'm 12. I'm sorry. Anyways, and like this whole time we were going to school and I thought we went to the same school together, but then like while we're walking we like went separate ways and I was like, oh, I guess we don't go to the same school. So yeah. Hi Elusive, welcome in. You mean you never talk to your neighbors? I always give my neighbors gifts whenever I move. Aw. My OBS. Sorry, my OBS is so weird right now. Anyways, we did have like a couple issues with our neighbors as well. AKA me getting bit by a dog, neighbors being weird. But yeah, when I was little though, in my old neighborhood, we used to like interact with our neighbors all the time. Like we would talk to them all the time. We had like 2 Filipino neighbors, our next door neighbors. Neighbor like gave us like little toys and stuff. And I like loved her a lot. But I told this story already, but like she made me water her lawn and like sweep her driveway for no reason. And I was like 12, not even 12. I was like 10 or something. Hi Killer, welcome in guys. I've been living here 4 years and I haven't met my neighbors. True. Also, my internet is so bad. I think it's my internet. I don't know if it's my internet or if it's I almost said BTS, OBS, because I just updated it just now. Anyways, but what happened was, yeah, so I was walking to the bus stop to pick up Joy, or like to meet up with Joy. And I ran into my neighbor and she has like this big German Shepherd dog, and like I really want a German Shepherd one day. But like whenever I see like dogs and like my neighbors and stuff like that, I always like walk away. Like when I see the dog, any size, any kind of dog, any breed, it doesn't freaking matter to me. I see a dog, I will walk on the grass. I will give them all the space they need because trauma from getting bits back in high school. And like honestly, it really doesn't matter what size, what color, what type of dog it is. You don't know if it will bite you. Let me just tell you right now, because it was a tiny white dog that bit me. Okay. Anyways, so what happened was, like, I walk in the grass passing by the lady, and she's like, oh, he's not scary, like he's really friendly. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. And I was like gonna walk away, right? And then she was like, you can pet him if you want. And I was like, okay. So I just started petting the dog because I love dogs, but like, you know, I'm also kind of scared of dogs. So I was like petting the dog and it was all good. And then she's like, oh, what's your name again? And I was like, oh, by the way, it's not like some random ass neighbor that I've never seen before. Like, I know she lives in the area, by the way. It's not a complete stranger typey. So she's like, oh, what's your name? I was like, oh, my name's Angela. I was like, what's your name? And she's like, and she said her name, and I gave her like a handshake. Do. Wow, socializing. And I was like, what's his name? And I was talking about the dog, and then she told me the dog's name. And then I was like, oh, and then she was like, it don't bite. Yes, it do. Exactly. Yes, it do. Anyways, And then she was like, "Oh, like what house did you live in?" And I was like, it's like the house over there." And I explained like which house it was. And she's like, "Oh, like the one with the sisters." I was like, "Yeah, the one with the sisters." And then she was like, and I was like, "Oh no." And she was like, "How many of you guys are there?" I was like, "Oh, there's just three of us." And then she was like, "Oh, um it's similar because our next door neighbor also has like three sisters, so it's like three sisters, and then there's another three sisters house with these sisters, and the one after us is like two boys, which is like funny, but yeah. And then yeah, and I was just like, okay, I have to go, bye. And I like waved goodbye, but like I don't know, the dog was so nice and I love that dog. The dog was so cute, the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life. All dogs are so cute though. Anyways,